Apartment in a residential neighborhood in Port Alberni late last night. When they got there, they found a 24-year-old man who was beaten and bleeding and unconscious. Injuries so severe he was airlifted to Victoria Hospital. It may have been a consensual fight at first. CTV's Scott Cunningham shows us RCMP quickly tracked down a suspect, and we're shocked to learn the suspect is the victim's nephew.
Only the light of day and a police cruiser parked across the street gives Margaret LaPlante a sense of security in her own home.
It gets pretty noisy and pretty hectic around here sometimes. You're afraid to open your door to find out what's going on.
Margaret's fears kept her behind closed doors last night. RCMP swarmed her apartment building. Reports saying a man was unconscious in a second-floor apartment, left there beaten and bleeding.
The victim sustained serious head injuries as well as facial injuries, jaw and teeth area in specific.
Local doctors made the call. The 24-year-old victim was airlifted to a Victoria hospital where he was placed on life support. Back in Port Alberni, RCMP had found a suspect, a 16-year-old boy who not only was known to the victim, but is related. Investigators saying the uncle and nephew had been drinking heavily when things went very wrong.
Began as a consensual fight. The injuries were severe. Consent is suspected to be withdrawn, and we end up in a situation where it's an aggravated assault.
Mounties say extreme amounts of alcohol had been consumed during the day leading up to the fight, a family affair that put one in hospital and another in jail. At the apartment building, the violent assault shocked some, but doesn't surprise others, who say it is what the neighborhood is becoming known for.
I thought this building was safe in the first place.
If there's a bunch of guys beating up on them, that's the MO of Port Alberni.
Investigators say the victim is making a miraculous recovery. The 24-year-old man went from life support this morning to walking out of the Victoria Hospital doors this afternoon with a headache and fewer teeth. The 16-year-old suspect, who cannot be named, remains in police custody and is expected to be charged with aggravated assault. Scott Cunningham, CTV News, Port Alberni.